The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
7 yards there and a first down. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So they're looking for this series sweep here in Chicago. This is Thomas. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Thomas. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Bears defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run with Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 2. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Shaun Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Up the middle, they run with Gale Sayers. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. You talk about this Lions defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now Jackson going to shift him around. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun, it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
23 yards, the final tally.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll try the left side. It's Thomas, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Berry. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Again, they'll run with Sayers. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a give, running left, it's Sayers. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. They'll send Moss in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What is he looking at?
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Bullet good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now they'll audible to something else. On first down, it's Thomas. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
An audible here to get a new look.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And he is going to have the Lions first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
They'll run on first down. Thomas.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. And now an audible here into something else.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Down the left sideline. And down to the 27-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Now a give. It's Sayers between the tackles. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Third down and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Sayers. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
No, we changed it.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D.J. Johnson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Bullock's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And Thomas has it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
On 3rd down, it's Thomas. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
On the give, this is Sayers.
Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
First and 10 from the 41. Lamar now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throwing again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Catch made over the middle. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's taken in by Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Again, right side to Henry. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, Jackson. He's on the move. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
He's got Andrews. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. Big man's showing up the yards. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run, hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is picked he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And that's our final moment of the opening quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They'll be hoping for a lengthy drive here with where they're starting out. 1st down throw from Goff. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Finds him on the slant. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. It's Montgomery on 3rd. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. Second and 13. Laporta with the grab. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions, who have 1st and 10. New set of downs for them from the 46. Goff on 1st and 10. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
That's another Lions.
On first down, they'll run with Montgomery. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
From the 24. Finds Laporta. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll go for it. Goff. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they were quick. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the gun, Goff. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. I hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because it only took them a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays, just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them. The guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returnable from the 2. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Caught by Flowers. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 5. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. And the Lions get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. They get 28 out of that play. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pass complete to Gibbs. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. Back to throw it. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Lamar now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Looking to throw. Gets this one to Andrews. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, Henry.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for second down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. We reach the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Ravens holding on to a field goal lead. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Begins his return at the 16. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Lions will go on offense. Here he is to throw. Patrick with the catch. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Back to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it's second down coming up. Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
And they've got it behind the line for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw it. He's on the move. Fights off the pressure. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. Got all of it, and this is good. And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Will likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up. Out of the shotgun, Goff.